DJ Pointman here. Join Char Willie and Classic Ruby for their radio show, Keep the Beat. They broadcast every Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CRBJ, Classic R&B Jams. There are discussions of the songs, and that can take you back down memory lane. If you missed the live broadcast, no worries. Replays are uploaded on Mixcloud. So, follow JustAskChar Advice Channel on Mixcloud and you will receive the notification when these broadcasts are uploaded.
Greetings, greetings. Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday to you. Hope you are doing well. I will tell you, it is a beautiful, or was a beautiful, 50 degrees in Chicago. Yes, yes, Mr. DJ Music. It was summertime in Chicago today. Yes, near the end of winter. We had summer temperatures. Okay, maybe I'm pushing it, not summer, but still. We celebrate what we can here. You just don't understand. But I hope everyone is having a safe weekend because this is the weekend of the first of the month. Cash your check and come on. And that is normally when your cousins and I think it was Vonda cousin. Yeah, it's her. Yeah, Vonda cousins. It could be Emmanuel. I'm not sure who cousin for sure. I don't know their last name, but I think they're kin to you. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, that's when they start acting up. You know, we get some money, and we don't know how to act. You seen it around YouTube. Get some money, don't I know how to act? Look at this. I got some money, y'all see? Look. Just like in school. And that's how it is in a neighborhood. Cash your check, oh, you rich for the weekend. Or for a few hours, until you pay the rent and the gas and light and telephone. Insurance, yeah, car note, groceries, the people that you borrow from, you borrow because you wanted that pack of Newports or you want that dime bag, you owe them. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah. But I thank you all for tuning in this Saturday for another episode of Article Reactions, where we always have a great time. Oh yeah, we do. And I know you chuckle about the title. Good. I like that. But that's my thing for tonight. My theme tonight is about them witches. hmm It's gonna be all kind. Now you do understand what a witch is, don't you? It is a female dog. Yeah, I didn't say the word. Yeah, my stuff is played on the radio and other places, so I always try to watch the language, even though that's not my cup of tea anyway to speak that way. But I'm hinting at it. You know what I'm talking about? Those four-legged animals, and but that is what a lot of people, women in particular, call themselves when they're, I don't know, happy. And then when they're mad, that's what they call each other. So I don't get it. I think it's disgraceful, but that's just me. And I'm sticking to it. So anyway, what was I saying? Oops, where'd she go? I was had the grand entrance for the woman and she gone. Oh well. Oh, there she is. Okay. All right, everyone. You know what to do. You know how she like it. She like it when you guys stand up and wave your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Yes. So do that for the beautiful, the lovely Classic Ruby, everybody. Classic Ruby.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, please, no more images. I have a little bit of dew on my brow running around trying to fix these technical difficulties, but I'm Ruby, so I overcame it. Hello, Shar, how are you doing this lovely Saturday? Hello.
I am doing well. I'm just so warm. I just had to open my windows up. It's just so warm in here. Being 50 degrees in Chicago. I don't know.
Don't like you at all. Nope.
Uh-oh.
Don't, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. In fact, I'm leaving. I quit. That's it. I'm too jealous. I'm just too jelly. That's what it is. Sorry.
Well, see, I'm not like some people. I ain't gonna say their name. I'm gonna use their initials. DJ Music, DGM, and some people you ask to borrow some of their nice weather. Oh, you ask for like 20 or 30 degrees, and they won't share with you. But see, I'm willing. So I'll let you, let me see, I'll borrow, let you loan about 20 degrees. How about that? You take
Okay,
20?
you know what? No, I'll take 20 over nothing. I mean, I'll take all of it if I can have it. For this foolishness. I live like in the coldest place in the world. This is terrible. Like you open the windows and like inside starts to literally freeze. There's like frost on the wall outside the window. Like it's crazy.
Oh,
Crazy. Oh
wow.
yes. Yes, it is misery over here. It is not getting better. I am jealous. Hopefully, listen, when y'all are done with it, just blow it north. Blow it north. Okay? Yeah, just north.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. A little northeast, you know what I mean? You don't want to get it too, you don't want to miss us and like hit like Nova Scotia or something. I don't care about them. Right? Right in the sweet spot, right here. Thanks.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Thank you. I thought so too, right? I think it's fair. At least I'm honest, right? Other people be like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy for you." No, you're not. Stop lying. You're miserable for yourself. You hear that and you go, "Why can't that be me?" Right? Winter's terrible. Winter's terrible.
Terrible.
Mm-hmm. Girl.
Well, I don't know if you have a theme tonight. I got a theme going on. So, what you got for us? You go ahead and go first. Go ahead, Karen, if you're ready. If you're ready.
Theming. I ain't theming or nothing. But I do got some videos for y'all. So I'm gonna start off first and tell you this, okay? Now we're watching this video for a couple different reasons. I'm gonna comment on the video, what happened, but I want to comment on the title as well. Now, tell you how I found this. So I have been into working out as of lately. I've been doing this whole rehab physio thing, and I loved Zumba. So I said, to get moving indoors, Zumba would be a good way for me to start, right? Okay. Very modified, but still, that's what I do. So I was looking up Zumba, and I found this article. Damn. Right. Now, you might be confused by the title initially. Don't worry, we're going to talk about that. So let's take a look over here. I know y'all are thinking, oh, we're going to do an exercise thing. Not really. Okay. No. Not really. All right. So you see here, now let's check this out. Nurse fights off intruder while recording herself twerking for Instagram.
Oh, wow.
That's the title. Nurse fights off intruder while recording herself twerking for Instagram. So I went, what a weird thing to come up when I'm looking for Zumba, right? But okay, well, let's watch this little attack go on. The twerking. Okay, now Char, you've seen twerking before, right? Audience, y'all have seen twerking. We all know what twerking is, right? Okay, so let's watch the twerking this nurse is doing. Okay. Meu parceiro, Danilo, ajuda a hora, meu parceiro, cabeça de divulgações. Abração pro parceiro, Nasceu divulgações. Now, I want y'all to, I have to stop before we get even to the attack. This is not twerking.
No, it isn't.
There's no part of this that is twerking. This is an exercise thing called Zumba. So basically, it's like instead of you just doing like regular cardio, like up, down, step 2, 3, like it's like dancing. But it's dancing with a purpose. So you're moving in certain ways. They make sure they make it in such a way you're targeting all the different muscles and you're working your abs and whatever. So that's what she's doing. So it looks like she's watching the Zumba tape for her exercise program, right? That's why she keeps looking off to the right. And then she's recording herself doing it. Now, probably maybe to inspire her followers, maybe just for her own inspiration to watch her own progress, right?
Yes.
Okay. But if y'all saw, and if you didn't see, let's see right over here, you've got this guy in this t-shirt that shows up.
Oh boy.
Lurking outside, right? This is her balcony door, whatever, her door to outside. There's this guy. So let's watch what happens. Oh yeah, twerking. Okay. I don't know if this is. I think that might be her daughter. Son. I don't know.
I got shoes.
Right? That's my favorite part. That's my favorite part. Right there. The little girl. She puts the shoes down and she's like well, you don't go outside in your bare feet, right? Like that's not appropriate. But like she's in such a hurry, she can't even gather herself to get these sandals on. And she stands there for a moment and goes, no, I gotta check. But she's gonna bring the sandals with her. She's not gonna leave them at home. She go bring them. Like, why? It's such a cute thing to do. All right.
Wow.
Right? It's amazing. Okay, let's watch to the very end. This whole time a beating is happening, you know that, right? Like, this is not like the whole time that this little girl keeps looking over that corner is because some dude is getting his butt whooped. Now,
wow.
Right? Now, I'm going to tell you, off the bat, I have a massive issue with this article because of the way they titled it. They intentionally titled it Brazilian Woman Twerking and then got attacked. And first of all, it's clearly not twerking. You don't even see her butt really at all in the video, let alone it shaking around. So that's my number one issue with this. And it's almost like they're setting it up like, well, you're standing in front of that glass twerking, you know, you're of course going to invite men to come wander into your house, right? It's like, no, I don't care what I'm doing on the other side of glass. You don't get to walk up into my house smiling and who are you, bro? Yeah, so this dude just wanders into her house. And at first, if you notice, it's not confrontational because he's smiling. So she's thinking, maybe this is an old friend or the neighbor, and I just don't recognize him because, you know, I'm in the middle of working out and whatnot. And so that's why initially she doesn't react until he keeps closing in on her. And so she says when he actually physically reached to grab her is when she went kung fu styles on him. She's like, no, you ain't gonna. And this is how she described it. She said, with my docile pit bull instinct, I beat the hell out of him. That's what she said.
Okay, I believe you. We didn't see it in around the corner, but hey, I believe you.
Yes. Oh, and that was with her 11-year-old daughter. And so,
oh wow.
Yes. So the daughter, when she went around the corner, the daughter saw her. That guy was getting his butt whooped around that corner. She was not playing. Her daughter's inside of here. You know, she's not going to allow some man to just attack her or maybe incapacitate her and get to her daughter. Oh, hell no. You picked the wrong one today, sir. So, you know, like, why couldn't this be workout, exercise? This nurse is, you know, trying to stay healthy and fit during a pandemic. So she's working out, you know, maybe she's trying to inspire some followers and whatever. And then some guy accosts her. That's really what the story is. And more importantly and then she beat the hell out of him and taught him a very valuable lesson.
That's right. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm going to give you a refresher of something I mentioned. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I mentioned an article about a woman. Well, actually, I don't know how I introduced it, but remember I've been talking about carjackings in Chicago and how it's been crazy. I'm tired of it. What's going on?
Yes.
And this particular time I mentioned a woman had her 8-year-old son in the back of the car, and she fought a little bit trying to get her car. But actually what happened, the son was still in the car. That's why she was fighting at the driver. She wasn't trying to keep the car. That's what ended up happening. So I have an update on what happened. I see that little round circle. Please don't do me like that. Why on Saturday? I don't see it swirling no other day, just Saturday.
Right?
Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, so it was a 36-year-old woman that was linked to the multiple carjacking incidents, and she was arrested today. And she's charged with 5 felonies.
Oh.
So it was a woman that carjacked this other woman that had her 8-year-old son in the car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let me read it for you. A judge today set bail at $1 million for the woman accused of 2 carjackings on the northwest side of Chicago, one in which 8-year-old boy escaped by jumping from the moving SUV after his mom was run over by the back tire. The SUV later was involved in an Avondale neighborhood hit-and-run crash that critically injured an avid bicyclist. The carjacking suspect, Veronica Hardin, was not charged in connection with the crash involving a bicyclist. Now, I looked for this Veronica Hardin. I was trying to find a mugshot or something. I know this just happened a few hours ago, but this is when I needed Auntie Cluster. I need her expertise.
Mm-hmm.
We need to see this woman. We really do.
Yes, definitely.
I'll continue. Hardin, 36 years old, was hospitalized and not physically able to appear before Cook County Judge Susanna Ortez during her Saturday afternoon bond court hearing that was audio streamed live on YouTube. I looked for that, couldn't find it. This is when I need the expertise,
Mm-hmm.
the precision,
Mm-hmm.
the skill of Auntie Cluster. I
Yep.
failed twice. I tried. I was looking. I just didn't do it. I tried. Okay, let me continue. Hardin was charged with aggravated vehicular hijacking of a passenger under the age of 16, aggravated vehicular hijacking of a handicapped person, aggravated battery of a victim older than 60, aggravated battery, and aggravated kidnapping of a person younger than age 13. When we first started the article reactions, I know it was sometime last year, I don't remember exactly when, I had mentioned that when it comes down to carjacking, if there is another person in the car, it should be an automatic kidnapping charge.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Automatically.
Yep.
Because people will continue to do it if you just give them an ankle bracelet, send them home.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. I
That's
agree.
my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But because this woman had grabbed an older woman, a handicapped woman car, they gave this woman all the charges they possibly could. And I'm like, good. I
Mm-hmm.
really want to see what she look like now. I want to know if she in the hospital because the police beat her down or what. It doesn't say. Maybe we'll find out later. Let me
Right.
continue.
Mm-hmm.
Prosecutors said Hardin was arrested February 25th for driving a vehicle she had allegedly stole from a 64-year-old woman in a Walgreens parking lot on February 24th. So this fool stole the car on, I guess, Tuesday and riding around in it on Wednesday. Freestyling. Ain't that about something? That's a hot mess.
Wow.
Crazy. I'm telling you, it's just crazy.
Veronica Hardin. You know, Char, Hardin. I'm trying to think of one black person I know with the last name Hardin. I can't really think of a lot. So I'm going to say this. We haven't
Okay.
seen her picture, but they know who she is
Yes.
by name. And if it was us and they knew our name, our picture would be everywhere already.
Mm-hmm.
High profile plus the mugshot plus the 6 things they got off of Facebook. Oh yeah, for sure. We would be splayed all over every page already. 3 hours is a lot of time. So I'm gonna say not us.
I
Not it.
agree. Because when I Googled, it looked like it was a Latina lady. All the ladies I seen with that last name, all the ones I've seen. And the last thing on this chick before I move on to the next, Hardin she has 6 prior felony convictions, including an escape from a charge in 2014, retail theft from 2014, 2 forgery cases from 2007 and 2004, aggravated battery of a government employee case. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So she got a record. I just can't find it. And as I said before, I need them skills of Auntie Cluster. I do. I do. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. I 1,000% agree, because when they do this kind of stuff, they will wait until like she's damn near found guilty. You know what I mean? Like, oh, first court appearance. I'll tell you about the first court appearance, but where's all the imagery? By then, our whole life is out there. Come on now. Y'all stop playing with this foolishness. This is a big thing, right? Because these carjackings have been ongoing. It's been a really big issue. Normally when they solve it, oh my God, they're so proud of themselves. They can't wait to plaster a picture all over the place. Right? Look, we got him. But they weren't expecting it to be a woman, and they weren't expecting it to not be a Black person. Yeah. And so now they're like, we got to be careful with the PR of this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's something. The reputation of the young non-Black woman. Yeah, that's how I feel with that.
Yeah,
that's all I got. Oh boy. Well, Shar, I'm gonna say this. I'm surprised that this carjacker was a woman. So
I was too.
Right? I am very surprised. It's not really something you hear very often. So I want to do something surprising. Something surprised me, at least. A detail surprised me. Okay, so I'm going to ask you this, Shar.
Okay.
If you heard that a man murdered 3 people, but after he murdered the first person, he cut out their heart, cooked it up with some potatoes, and then tried to eat it and feed it to his family, would you think that's a Black person?
Not at all.
Right? It's just not something we do. It's just like, we got our own issues. That's normally not one of them, right? Like,
right, got on.
Yeah, right. So when I read this story, I've never been more surprised in my life. Never been more surprised in my life that Mr. Anderson, the Oklahoma murder suspect that has confessed to killing his neighbor, cooking her heart, trying to feed that heart to his uncle, his uncle's wife, and their granddaughter before killing 2 out of 3 of them. And I saw that it was this man. I went, really? Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you positive? I don't know if I can believe this. But no, this 42-year-old Oklahoma man, now he's suspected, but remember that one of the people that were attacked, right? Because I said 2 out of 3. One of the people, his uncle's wife, survived the attack. Therefore, yes. So therefore, it's not just a guess. It is a definitive for sure thing.
Okay.
So, now, woo, so I'm going to say this. Now, Oklahoma has had an issue where they have a lot of people in prison. They're trying to fix that issue. And so the way that they are trying to fix that issue is by early release for good behavior. Sometimes significantly early release for good behavior. And, this is, again, kind of in line with the story we were listening about with this other woman who has so many previous charges. And you're kind of like, how are you out on the street to be doing this? when you have such an extensive criminal record? Like, how long do you stay in prison? Like 30 days? Like, I don't get it. So when we go through the story, we're gonna hear, and you're gonna hear how ridiculously Oklahoma is dealing with their overpopulation and prison problem. So now, luckily, the reason why the aunt lived is because she was able to get a call off to 911 before the phone was abruptly hung up. So police showed up, and they could hear the cries for help from inside and kick down the door. So, like I said, unfortunately, I would love to say, man, come on, guys, this is not us. But the police showed up. There's 2 dead people on the floor, including a 4-year-old child. One woman who's stabbed violently, laying there bleeding on the floor. And then this man, Anderson, he has a bad cut on his hand, and he's in the corner vomiting, like heavily. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe the human heart didn't go down well with the potatoes. Maybe you should have mixed them with Brussels sprouts. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it.
Right? We can only guess. Now, in 2005, Anderson was convicted in Oklahoma County of misdemeanor assault and battery and domestic abuse after pleading guilty. The Department of Corrections records show he was on probation for a 2011 Oklahoma County drug conviction. Okay, trust me, it continues. It continues. I went and I said, you know what? Something feels wrong about this. Something feels wrong. I'm looking at this man. I'm listening to this cutting out hearts and eating it foolishness, and I'm like, that just doesn't sound like us. So I want to know more about Anderson. And, after reading, I've concluded, now y'all will see if you agree with me or not. But I think that he committed this atrocity because he wanted to stay in prison. He didn't want to keep being released back into the public. Maybe he has severe mental health issues, or other issues with dealing with reality. And then he keeps upping the ante, as you'll hear, and then they keep just releasing him from prison.
Wow.
Yeah, yes. So he went to prison for the first time in 2006 for possessing crack cocaine and threatening his then girlfriend with a gun. He got out in less than 2 years. In 2012, Anderson was sentenced again for 15 years. 2012, he was sentenced for 15 years imprisonment for dealing crack near an elementary school. This time, he ended up serving a bit over 5 years of his 15 years. After less than 5 months as a free man, so this was 2017, right? Anderson went back behind bars after confronting a woman at a church parking lot. He was in possession of a firearm, which he wasn't allowed to have due to his earlier felonies. While in jail, Anderson pleaded guilty to... While in jail, he's already in jail. Anderson pleaded guilty to several drug and gun offenses during his incarceration. His probation... See, why would you do that? Why? You're already in prison for this. Leave alone. No, he went out of his way to confess to a bunch of other offenses. His probation and parole officers described him as this is 2017. His probation and parole officers described him as a threat to both society and himself. Great, right? Well, then at that point, that was 2017. It's 2021. He should be in prison, right? Well, no, because despite such an impressive criminal record, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt saw fit to commute Anderson's sentence. Stitt had been told... Thank you. Stitt had been told that Anderson intended to move to Texas with his daughter and work at an oil field for his son-in-law. But that never happened. Obviously, it never happened. Instead, Anderson showed up unannounced at his uncle's house after giving prison authorities that address as the place he was going to stay. No one even checked. No one checked. Okay? So the governor thought, oh, well, I guess he's going to leave Oklahoma. He's going to go be Texas's problem. Fine. But then he gave the prison his uncle's address, and the prison said, "Oh, okay, cool," and sent and let him leave. No one checked with the uncle. The uncle never said he could stay there. The uncle did not want him to stay there because he's terrifying and dangerous, obviously, right? So it's ridiculous. So now he finally gets released after a few years. Think about that. All these extra charges and whatever. Everyone's reporting the parole and probation because he had both, saying he is a danger to himself and others. But they release him in 2020 so he could slaughter a bunch of people as soon as he gets out. And then, right, this is what I said. I'm like, when I look at what happened, this man wanted to stay in prison, right? Like, when he went to court now, right, he actually literally said, no, don't give me, they're like, oh no, we're not giving you bail, we scared of you. And he said, oh yeah, no, please don't give me bail, I don't want to get out of prison. He said that when the judge was denying him bail. So this is not just a matter of we don't want him out. He didn't want to be out, they just kept releasing him. He kept trying to do bad enough things. Oh, well, this has a 20-year sentence, so leave me in for 20 years. No, they don't. They just release him again. So, okay, this has 15 years. I'll do that. Nope, they release him again. He violates probation and parole. Does he have to go back and serve the rest of his sentence? Nope, we'll just release him again. So now he slaughtered a bunch of people. He killed a baby. Okay, she's 4 years old. He cut out his neighbor's heart and cooked it up to eat it with potatoes. Okay, he actually stopped to cook potatoes to go with the heart, I swear to God. So he is literally saying now, when he went to prison, I don't want no bail, Your Honor. I don't want no bail. He doesn't want to be out of prison. There is something wrong with this man. Society has overlooked it largely. The system has overlooked it. They have not helped him. He clearly has some type of mental issues, social, emotional coping issues. And rather than help him, rather than recognize something's wrong, I bet you he said over and over he didn't want to leave. I bet you he said it to them, but they just kept putting him on the street. So he went, okay, well, can't put me back on the street now, can ya? Yeah, that's what happened. But see, what happened was the day that they were reviewing his file, they were reviewing 600 cases that day. 600.
In one day? 8 hours? Or they did some overtime?
Right? Even with 24 hours, the whole damn 24 hours, 600 cases. How did you have enough time? You clearly did not have enough time to review any significant details. Now, I actually do believe in releasing people early for good behavior and stuff like that, but not when we're talking about violent crime, right? And not when the prisoner has done absolutely nothing to show that they have been rehabilitated, as in, are they doing programs inside the prison as far as anger management, as far as socialization? Have they went and gotten school? Are they actually on a work deal in prison? Like, those things actually matter.
Right.
This dude didn't want to be out of prison. Stop putting him on the street. So because next time he's just gonna go and just like bring like a machine gun to a mall and gun down 100 people. If y'all let him out, like he wants to stay in prison. Let him stay. That's it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Right? That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah, I can solve that problem for them. Just if you want me to solve it, just let me be the judge. You ain't got to worry about none of them type of things happening. I got you.
Mm-hmm. Right? Damn. Like, it blows me away. That's 2 people we've talked about today. Why were they out on the street to commit these crimes? Why were they out? Why? But the kid who's in prison for 25 years for possession of marijuana, yeah, we can't get him out of prison. No. But these people with their long, extensive records who don't even want to leave prison, them you send back out on the street. Great decision making, y'all. Great. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
It's just utterly ridiculous. I'm tired of this. It's crazy. Wow.
God damn.
Okay. And here we go for the next story.
Hey!
I'm sure you guys heard about this, and if you haven't, that's okay. I got you. Don't even worry about it. But the dogs have been found, everyone. The Dogs, they've been recovered. They've been found. Oh yeah, they've been found. I don't really care, but I'm just saying they've been found. Now I'm going to show the video without any sound. Well, I don't think it had any sound anyway. I think TMZ will be all right with it. All I can do is hope. I'm going to find out if not. And it is right. Where is it? Video. Oh, there it is.
Boop. Nice. Girl,
all
I was going to cover this, and I'm like, no, this is stupid. I can't.
So there is Lady Gaga's dog walker with her 3 canines. And the car pulls up. Hey, give them dogs. Give them dogs, man. I want them dogs. No, you don't want to give it to me? Okay, I got something for you. Let me shoot you. You want to try to hold on these dogs? I got something for you. I got a bullet for you. Here you go. Eat that. Okay, you get the first dog. Get the second dog. Get him in the car. Let go. I told you. And that's when the man was actually shot right there. And they put the dogs in the car. And then they run on off to the sunset or the moonlight, whichever one. Wow. Now, I'm going to read the story. I don't know what I did with her Twitter thing, because she had a Twitter post, and I really wanted to share that. I thought I had saved it this week, but evidently I did not. So let me just, let me see. I don't know if this is the right page. Okay, there you go. So anyway, the dogs have been recovered. Now, this is what bothered me about the story. Lady Gaga, 2 French bulldogs, which were stolen by thieves who shot and wounded the dog walker, was recovered unharmed Friday, Los Angeles police said. A woman brought the dogs to the LAPD Olympic Community Police Station just northwest of downtown around 6 p.m., said Captain Jonathan Tippett, commanding officer of the Elite Robbery Homicide Division. Lady Gaga's representative and detectives went to the station and confirmed that they were the dogs. The singer is currently in Rome to film a movie. The woman who dropped off the dogs appeared to be uninvolved and unassociated with Wednesday's attack. It wasn't immediately clear how she obtained the dogs, so I'm sure we're going to hear more stories about that later. Anyway, the dog walker, Ryan Fisher, was shot once as he walked 3 of the singer's dogs in Hollywood. Video shows a white sedan pulling up and the 2 men jumping out. They struggled with the dog walker before one pulled a gun and fired a single shot before fleeing with 2 of the dogs. The dog walker can be heard on the video saying he's been shot in the chest. Tippett said he is expected to survive his injuries. Lady Gaga on Friday repeated her offer of a $500,000 reward for the return of her dogs. I repeat, $500,000. I repeat it again. $500,000 for the return of 2 dogs whose names were, I guess, Kuji and Gustava or something like that. But whatever the name of the dogs were, who cares? Mm-hmm. The reward was for the dogs. Nothing to do with the dog walker, people. Nothing. Not find the people who shot the dog walker. Find my dogs. $500,000, anyone. Find my itches. I got a reward for anybody find my 2 itches. Mm-hmm. Isn't that something? I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And that's why I really wanted to show the Twitter thing. Because like I said, you got to, well, I asked that you take my word for it. There was no mention about the dog walker. It was all about the dogs.
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
like, you got to be kidding me. $500,000? Okay. All right,
Right.
lady.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Mhm.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that's what happens though. Sure, I'm telling you, what there's this generation of human, right? There's a subset of them that have given up on having children in favor of having pets. And those pets are literally children to them, right? And these are children, obviously, that will never grow old and leave them or abandon them and whatever. They can keep them perpetually toddlers, dress them up in stupid clothes and make them love you and whatever. And so they do this and they actually get morbidly attached to these animals, right? Like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about your pets. I don't get it because I don't like animals, right? But I'm not saying you shouldn't get more attached to your pets and love them, right? Um, what I am saying though is that I don't think you should value your pet above human life. Um, I just don't, and I feel like, given the fact that there's zero concern, like, oh, this person, yeah, sure, they're just an employee of mine, but I know them. They got shot. They could have died for walking my dogs. Like, this is crazy. That psychopath needs to be stopped. Like,
Uh-huh.
nope, nope, zero care. Do not care about you. Sorry. You know why? Because my pets are my babies. And you lost my babies, so I'm mad at you for not being able to protect my babies. You should have been able to run with my dogs and that bullet in your body to protect my babies. Like, it's like, oh, okay, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Sad. I'll be calling TMZ at the bedside. Yes. Oh,
Mhm.
she doesn't care about me. I need $500,000. I fought for them dogs. Don't y'all think I should get $500,000? And then all you hear all the snapshots. Click, click, click. Yes, yes. Tell us more. Click, click, click. Yeah, I've been walking her dogs for about 2 years now. I miss them dogs already. I almost gave my life. I think I need $500,000. Okay, enough pictures now. Come back tomorrow. Nurse,
Mm, mm,
where's my
mm.
Vicodin?
Oh my god. I, you know, I gotta say, I hope that privately happened. I hope it privately happened at the very least. If not, social media is gonna hear about it though. You know that, right? Because all of her family and friends are saying the same stuff we are. Girl, you better tell me she paid you $1.5 million for getting shot for your dogs, right? And if not, woo. You're gonna come out with your sob story. She didn't even care about me. I've done so much for her. I've even hid her crazy secrets. Right? Yeah. Oh, trust. Don't worry. She'll figure it out. She's gonna have to do something. She's gonna have to. You know how that is.
That's right.
Whew. Well, I gotta say, I don't know. I don't think anyone can top the crazy dog story here, but I'm gonna try. So, uh, but no, for real, what I would like to talk about, I don't know if y'all heard about the subway puncher in Brooklyn.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so there's a guy now. He has been implicated in at least 9 different attacks. Um, Now, one of them happened to be above ground, so we got video of it. Hooray! So we're gonna watch the video, and then I will tell you guys the story. Uh, this is something really interesting. Now, well, I've heard of targeting light skinned people. I've heard of it before. Normally, though, when you're talking about targeting light skinned people, I kind of think about young girls
Yes.
and young light skinned girls being targeted by dark skinned girls, because that did happen. This happened, the slashing them in the face and stuff like that. Um,
Right. School.
Right, exactly, right. But in this case, we're not talking about teenagers, let alone teenage girls. Um, and we're not talking about just girls, because the subway puncher is a man. Let's take a look at the video. Now, this is his latest attack that was actually caught on video. Crazy. Just take a look at this. So here's this woman. He comes behind the counter.
Oh,
yeah.
What is going on with these dudes attacking women?
Right.
What is going on?
Why? What? Why?
What the hell?
Mm-hmm. Now she says that she tried to grab some dull scissors
on top of the woman.
Yep. Look, and he just saunters out. Saunters out. Now, I want y'all to realize something, because you might think, what happened between them? What did she say or whatnot? Oh, come on. You listen. Internet, they can do better than this. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna stop you and then restart you, because apparently you don't want to behave, but I can make you behave. Haha. I will win. I want y'all to see this, because I want y'all to see that at the beginning, this woman, it's not like there was an argument that happened between the two of them when he came into the store or anything like that, right? See,
Wrong one.
you know what? You know how these things do, right? They like to go through the next video. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I know about that. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I want y'all to see this at the beginning, because I want y'all to see. Look. There's no argument or something. It's not like some aggressive thing that's happened. He came here to the side, right, and kind of you're supposed to stay on this side over here, right?
Right.
But sometimes you come in, oh, can I get that thing at the side or whatever? So he asked her to grab something for him so she can be distracted and bend down, right? No fight, no animosity, no disrespectfulness that happened, okay? And then look, boom! She wasn't expecting anything. She didn't even put her hands up.
He probably wouldn't even do that to a dude.
Right.
Wouldn't fight him like that. What's up with these red jackets, though?
Right?
What's up with these dudes in red?
Mm-hmm. It's weird. Char, they like to say that, women with red hair, if her hair's all red, it tells you something about her. I don't know. I think we can say some stuff as far as men in red jackets, because they're not trending well. Right?
I don't know what's up with these dudes with all this red. I don't know. I've been seeing quite a few of them. A little psycho. Do 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 do.
Exactly.
Wow.
Now the man, it's alleged to be Kari, I don't know, Khari Covington, 29 years old, and he's beating up that woman. She's a 27-year-old woman, right? Tina Francisco. She said, I was very scared. I guess I put up a fight, but it didn't feel like that at the time. Yeah, because you didn't have time.
Right.
What's up and boom. And he did it. To me, that's such a weak sauce, cowardly thing to do. You need to come up behind these 9 different women that you have attacked in the subway. This is the reason why this was above ground. It's like one of those stores it's still attached to the subway, but it's upstairs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she said, he just wanted to hurt me and feel powerful. So Covington was arrested the following day and charged with 8 counts of assault as a hate crime and 1 count of attempted robbery as a hate crime. Police said he is accused of attacking 7 women at transit stations, primarily the Morgan Avenue subway station, and 2 others above ground. Tell me how, if he primarily is attacking people at the Morgan Avenue subway station, why there was not an increased police presence there, or security presence there, or camera coverage there to be able to catch this guy. I don't know. And the thing is, I want y'all to hear how these attacks were going, because initially, this is what kills me always about these stories. Initially, it was happening so close together that it would make you wonder, why were you guys not all over this and just spread out? So, 4 incidents of the 9 happened between November 17th and December 28th. And the women are all ages 24 to 32, and they were walking on stairs or ramps at the station. Okay. Now, November 17th, 8 p.m., a 24-year-old woman was approached from behind on the stairs by a stranger who punched her multiple times in the face and fled. The victim suffered cuts to her forehead and nose. December 11th at 9:50, this is the same station. An assailant set upon a 24-year-old victim on the stairs and punched her from behind on the left side of the face, causing pain, redness, and swelling. The attacker struck again the day after Christmas, the 26th, at 8:50 p.m., sucker punching a 26-year-old woman in the left eye as she walked down the station stairs. 2 days later, at 4:55 p.m., a 32-year-old victim told police she stepped off the train and was walking toward the token booth when a stranger suddenly socked her in the face, causing a laceration, bruising, and swelling. Right? On Wednesday, police canvassed the area with the victim of the December 26th assault and she identified Benny Watts, 50, to cops, a law enforcement source said. Watts was arrested and then released again by the end of the week. Watts's last known address was a housing project in the East Village, right? So this is why ultimately they re-released Watts, because they were like, something's not sitting right. Now that we actually have video footage, right? This is why we have a new suspect, Kari. Now, to me, though, that's a lot of attacks in a very short period of time.
Yes.
A lot that would warrant you to increase security and police presence at that particular station, maybe even plainclothes ones to catch him. Why was there no increased anything there? Like, what?
Right. No posting of the suspect, watch out for this guy, none of that.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm glad they've made they've identified him now. They've arrested him, but y'all got to do better with these subway things. Every time I hear something that has to do with crime in the subway, it seems like they're not learning. They're not learning that the subways are a place of weakness, and they've really got to amp up security. They've got to amp up monitoring. They've got to amp these up, like not just because a new string of people gets attacked there or a new bomb is planted there or something. Like, learn your lessons, y'all. Like, do something about this to be preventative. Wow.
Yeah, and then also this unfortunately be the guy that they give him the ankle bracelet and let him go home early. Doing this and repeatedly, he needs some time. Let me see how many women. It was 8 or 9.
Nine in total.
9 in total. Shoot, I don't care. Give him 9 years. Hey, there you go. A year for each punch or each assault. And I think when he gets out in his 30s, because what is he now? 29, you say, or no?
Yeah, I believe he's 29-year-old Kari. Yes.
Okay, so he'll be in his 30s still. So yeah, I think he'll do better next time.
Yeah, no, he needs prison, but and the everyone in the chat room is picking up on it. When you see this, when guys are going out there and specifically targeting a particular type of woman, this is normally coming from that red pill rage, from being an incel, and from inundating yourself with so much rhetoric that tells you that the women you don't want or that you want don't want you back.
Yeah.
And you become so angry and hopeless. I mean, this guy is homeless, right? So maybe his ex is light-skinned. Okay. Yes, he's homeless, right? So maybe his ex is light-skinned it, and then she kicked him out, and he hasn't been able to pull himself together. So now he blames her, and he tried to ask out another light-skinned girl, and she said, hell no. And then, and so now light-skinned women, right? Like, he needs therapy. Otherwise, he's going to sit in prison and just get angry and angry over 10 years. He's going to come out and he's going to start shooting.
Oh, yeah. He going to get some therapy, but he going to get all 10 years. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. None of this releasing him after 2 years on good behavior, like the last story, because that turned out well. So, God.
Right. Yeah, he'll appreciate a different roof over his head when he gets out. So, yeah, that is pitiful.
Right.
Darn shame, and we're seeing more of it. But I'm gonna point out that red. I don't know what's going on, but that's not a coincidence. I'm thinking.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not. Definitely not.
Well, I'm back to some more canines.
Okay.
Canine news. More of them itches. Yeah, say goodbye to emotionally support animals in airplane cabins, y'all.
Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah. I got a solution. I'm gonna talk trash, but I got a solution. I always can give you one if you want, but okay. The government has decided that when it comes to air travel, only dogs can be service animals, and companions used for emotional support don't count. The Transportation Department issued a final rule Wednesday that aims to settle years of tension between airlines and passengers who bring their pets on board for free by saying they need them for emotional support. For years, the department required airlines to allow animals with passengers who had a doctor's note saying they need the animal for emotional support. Airlines believe passengers abuse the rule. You think? To bring the animals on board, including cats, turtles, pigs, in one case, and a peacock. Oh, yeah, they brought a whole big melange of people,
Obviously.
animals. The agency said Wednesday that it was rewriting the rules partly because passengers carrying unusual animals on board eroded the public trust in legitimate service animals. It also incited the increasingly frequency of people fraudulently representing their pets as service animals and the rise in misbehavior by emotional support animals. Yeah. So Poochie, Fido, he stays at home in a cage or somewhere. Now,
Aw.
as far as for emotional support, I tell you what, I find that most of them that have money, that have these animals, they have money normally. So you all pool your money together, Karens, and you come up with your own railway, your own train, your own airline, bus line, whatever, whichever way you want. All
Right.
three is fine too. That way,
Mhm.
it'll be canine and other animal friendly, and you can fly, ride all you want. You can charge whatever you want. You'll be fine. You could do that. You'll make a lot of money. Why don't you try it?
Right.
Just saying. Just
Mhm.
saying.
Girl, I feel zero sympathy because where's my emotional support like anything when I walk onto a cabin and you have a dog in your hands and I am petrified of dogs. Petrified. Not a little
Mm,
bit. I am like so scared of them. So even having to walk by your dog puts me into a state of panic. Remember that I'm
oh,
already panicking and terrified of planes. Now I have to be terrified of your damn dog that's basically loose sitting in your arms that could jump at me at any moment. I don't know, might get freaked out by something on the plane or whatever and bite me or something. I don't know, right? Like, I mean, it comes down to I already have to freak out over your stupid dog, right? No offense or anything, but I don't care. I don't. Take a pill. I have to take a pill to get on the plane. Take a pill to have to be away from your stupid support animal for the 4-hour flight. I feel no ways. I feel zero sympathy at all. Like, period. For the people gonna be like, but mine is valid. Yeah, guess what? My phobia is valid too. But your phobia is overriding my phobia. Your rights get to matter more than mine in this case. No, I don't care. Like, I'm very happy they're doing this. Like, seriously, I have zero sympathy, zero, none at all. I don't like. Not only do I not like animals as a general rule, but I am terrified of dogs. And
okay.
yeah, so no, it's zero, zero. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. I feel like it's like a victory for me and animal haters around the world. Woohoo! We win. So petty. Okay, so can't help it. I can't. So, let me ask you a question. Now, because I've heard of people saying that they're gonna do this or that they have done this. That they're gonna say that they returned something via the mail, right? So they ordered something, let's say on Amazon or whatever, or from some company. Then they say, okay, yeah, I'm going to return this, but I'm not going to return it, y'all. I got a hustle going. I got to hustle. I know how to defraud the system, so I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be able to keep my stuff and get my money back, right? So they think they're clever, and so now the thing is, you might get away with this once, but don't make this a job. Now, this moron from Toronto decided to make it a job. So now, this moron from Toronto is facing 60 charges related to alleged fraud involving return purchases. Because, again, shouldn't be a job. So now this is what happens. The man bought a number. Now, this is all alleged. It's not alleged, but whatever. It's all alleged. The man bought a number of products from companies across Canada over the past 8 months. During the pandemic is the perfect time to do this because there are a bunch of companies that don't have their own mailing systems really set up because of COVID. So they're kind of just using, well, I don't know, I guess Canada Post. That's our basic mail, right? So I guess I'll just use Canada Post. Right? It's dropping the, whatever, because they don't have an arrangement with Amazon and blah, 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 like companies that used to do across Canada shipping. And they always have, right? So this is a good time. You pick those companies that they kind of had to throw something together in a rush because of the pandemic and target them. And I'm positive that's what Buddy did. Now, over the past 8 months, then he would say he needed to return his purchases. They say this is, I don't understand. Okay, you'll see why I don't understand. But fine. When they say allegedly, I don't understand sometimes why they say allegedly. Like, I understand he has not been convicted, but let's not be stupid. We know what he did. Like, you found all the stuff in his house. You know what he did. Okay. So he would then allegedly drop the items off for return through Canada Post. But he would include an unspecified device inside the packages that would remove the labels and make them undeliverable. So basically what he would do, there are different rules for you shipping something through Canada Post. If you don't follow those rules, you don't have the right labeling and blah, 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 they won't deliver it. So they will have the receipt, and you'll have a receipt saying they accepted it.
Right.
And then it disappears. It doesn't disappear. It goes into their undeliverables pile, and they just don't bother with it. So he's banking on the fact, since no one ever goes through that list and those will never be shipped ever, the company's going to write it off as a loss and give you your money back because you have proof you gave, quote unquote, the item to Canada Post, right? So now, I don't know exactly why it is or how it is that they caught him. Again, he did it so many times. So many times, right? So police say they searched a home in the city's northeast corner on Thursday and arrested a 28-year-old man and recovered $45,000 worth of merchandise in cash. $45,000 of fraud, you moron. The man is facing 60 charges, including 23 counts of public mischief, 12 counts of fraud under $5,000, and 18 counts of possession of property obtained by crime. Now, I would like y'all to keep in mind that if they figure out a way, because they could, right now, each one of the items, because that's what he was thinking. He was thinking the items are all worth less than $5,000. So it's like theft under $5,000. It's a misdemeanor. It's not a big deal. But his total amount of theft was almost $50,000. If they can find a way to combine all those charges, and I'm going to guess they are going to try to do that to make a point and send a message, Buddy's going down for major fraud. So
That's right.
mhm. This is a lesson, guys, during COVID. This is not the way to go. I understand times are hard and whatever, but you know what? They might have been a little bit blind in 2020, but 2021, they're picking their stuff back up. So, yeah, yeah.
Wow. Well,
Mhm.
I'm going to say there's almost in everything, there is a loophole. There
Mhm.
is a little crack in the system, some kind of way. If you just happen to stumble upon it, I would say don't abuse it.
Right.
Use it when necessary. What is that?
Mhm.
Break glass when necessary.
Mhm.
Do what you need to do when necessary.
Yeah.
When you keep doing it over and over again, like you have no sense, that's when you get caught.
Right.
When you see the signs, like, uh-oh, she questioned me a little bit too much. He did this too much. Okay, time to let this go.
Mhm.
That is what you do.
Right.
Okay? So I'm
Right.
gonna teach you how to do it the right way. Because
Yes.
time can get tough and you
Mhm.
have to make do, people. I understand. That's what I got to say. Thank you.
Girl, that's right. You see, that's why you come to the article reaction show. We teach you how to hustle the right way.
That's right, because life is a hustle. You think people not hustling? All these darn taxes. Don't get me to start talking about a pension. Don't you get me started. Okay, you got me started.
Mhm.
I was out today, beautiful Saturday, 50 degrees in Chicago. Yes, DJ music. Yes, we got 50. Ha ha ha. And it was beautiful. I was out enjoying myself, taking a little walk, a little hot in that coat, but I kept going. And I crossed the street and there was Fannie Mae candies. And I chuckled to myself. I said, ha ha ha. I remember when they said, we have to go out of business because the price of sugar is just too much and we got to do all of this. When actually what the corporation was doing was like, oh, all these older women that was working here since the 70s, it's pension time. I can't afford to give all these um, the dominant society women
Mm.
all these pension. We just look candy store. We don't make them type of profits. Uh, that's it. I'll file for bankruptcy. Bam,
Wow.
file for bankruptcy. And none of those older dominant women got pensions. And then guess what happened? All of a sudden, 2 years later, you know what? We're coming back. Yeah, we're coming back. Yeah, we
Mm.
know you like our candy. Yeah, we're coming back. And all those women that worked there in the 70s, in the 80s, and the 90s, and now it's time for their pension in the 2000s, they get nothing. Absolutely
Wow.
nothing. So when it comes down to hustling, as I said,
Mhm.
these people, the companies, they will hustle you. So when it
Yes.
comes down to you hustling, when you find that crack in the system, do not abuse it. Use when necessary. Break glass in an emergency. That is all.
True. Fact, fact, fact. Yep. Can't argue that. Mm-mm.
All right. I know you guys remember her. Sure, you remember. What was her name? Now I can't think of her name. Her name was something Karen. What was her name? I can't think of the chick name.
Oh.
Uh, that's a shame. I can't remember her name. Maybe it's in the article. But anyway, what's the name of it? So charge dropped against Amy Cooper in Central Park case after her psycho education and therapy. Yeah, right. Uh-huh. Yeah. Prosecutors added that Amy Cooper lack of criminal history factored in their decision. Prosecutors, key word. Now see if that guy that was um could have lost his life by this woman calling the police on him would have went on and pressed charges instead of no, I don't, it's okay. Uh, it's all right. Yeah. This would have never happened. People need to learn by example. You let these people get away with this, Karen is going to keep on. Karen doesn't have any sense. Karen knew exactly what she was doing. And then she pretended, I didn't know. But she clearly on tape said, I am going to call the police, and said, an African American man. She didn't say, I'm going to call the police because of you. You did something wrong. No, she knew exactly what she was doing. But now they dropped a charge. They dropped a charge, everyone. I am so upset about that. So upset. What are we going to do? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. This is not fair.
The question is, though,
But
are you surprised?
oh, I'm not surprised.
Right?
I'm angry about it because this was the time. It was all over social media. Even other people, the dominant societies, like, wait a minute now, hold up, we ain't got to do all that. But the guy's like, oh no, and he went on his little, shows and stuff. Oh no, well, it's all right, it's okay. So what happened? They dropped a charge, and now nothing. I don't want to hear anything about her therapy and nothing like that. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
You know exactly what you were doing. You're old enough to know exactly what you were doing. You were specific in what you said.
Right.
And now this is what happened. What's all this forgiveness and all that? Come on, people. You got to do better. You got to do better. Please do. Because these itches ain't going to stop.
Exactly. And the level of entitlement is incredible. Incredible. Like, it's like mind-blowing how entitled and almighty and all powerful the Karen thinks she is. And she's incredibly dangerous to us. Okay? So many of the stories, like that Walmart story of this man who was walking around on the phone carrying merchandise from Walmart in his hand, and this lying Karen called the police on him. And what happened? They came in stormtrooper style, went around the corner and shot him point blank dead. Didn't give him no warning, no nothing, because Karen said so. Okay? Because Karen said so. So we need to have a whole problem with the Karens, and we need to hold them wholly accountable. And wholly responsible. This is ridiculous because we get held wholly accountable and wholly responsible for their feelings and their misperceptions. So why can't they be accountable for their own wrong actions?
Yes, when you call, my understanding, you call 911 falsely, that's a charge in itself. So why didn't she get that charge?
Exactly.
Something.
It's something.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. How many crimes are crimes though that they never get charged for? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Because this happens all the time with false reporting, and it's proven it's false reporting, and they go, well, why don't you just let it go? I mean, come on. No one really got hurt. Yes, someone did get hurt.
Right.
The person who was accused got hurt. This is not good for the person who was accused falsely. Like,
right. She clearly said, I'm going to tell them that there's an African American man threatening my life. She was clear about it. She knew exactly what she was doing. I don't care. You need the therapy. Okay, good. You ain't got no criminal history. Okay, a lot of people don't. This will be your first one.
Right. Exactly. Like, I don't care. They don't care when we don't have a criminal history, and they're institutionalizing our 11-year-olds for having a normal fight between children in school. So no, I don't care at all. You're a grown woman. You should know better. If my 8-year-old should know better, then you and your grown self should know better. Okay. So
right.
Speaking of Karens, see, this is, guys, what you have to understand is Karen is a worldwide phenomenon. And this is why we have to be consistent if we want to tear her down. So, let us take a look at South African Karen.
Mhm.
Oh yes, that's right. Like I said, she a worldwide phenomenon now. And
Okay.
the funny thing is, you'll see why it's extra funny that I say worldwide. Because look at this, the unconstitutional, right? How often you hear that by American Karens? You thought it was an American thing? No, it's a Karen thing. Okay, it's a Karen thing.
Right.
So now, as you guys can see, Karen is not wearing a mask. This double roll of fat here might look like a mask. It is not. It's just her face.
Okay.
Now, yeah, she claimed that her rights were being infringed upon and that it was illegal to enforce the wearing of masks. So social media users took to the post and shared their opinions of the situation and the woman. We will be watching a video because I mean, come on, it's Karen, right? But first, let me tell you a little bit about this story of this moron. So
Okay.
this is Pick and Pay. This it's basically like a grocery store in South Africa, right? And she went ballistic when the staff asked her to wear a mask. Yusuf Ambranji uploaded a video that was taken, which documented the woman's meltdown. She began shouting about her rights and produced a document. It's amazing. In which she claimed that the Constitutional Court declared the lockdown unconstitutional and illegal. For real.
Lady.
Like,
Mm.
bro, like they're so good at this. Like they're good at this. They've been practicing their whole lives for this moment. Okay. So,
I see.
right now, another woman, she's off camera, but you can hear her sympathizing with these poor Pick and Pay employees, saying that they were just doing their jobs and enforcing a store policy. And throughout the video, the angry woman shouted at the staff and called them, "You people, you people, y'all thought that was something American. It's a Karen thing. You people, okay, you people."
Mhm. Yep.
So, without further ado, I'm not gonna keep describing the video to y'all. God bless Twitter. Let us observe the might and the glory that is Karen.
Yes.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. I know my legal rights. I know my legal rights. Karen sounds really classy with that accent, though. I gotta point that out. I knew my legal rights, right? Like it sounds better. like it's cleaned up a little because of the accent. I'm just saying,
I still am a tramp.
right? But it's when I say Trump, it sounds more classy, doesn't it? Okay, sorry. Let's continue.
Classy tramp. I am. Yes.
want to wear masks. They're refusing to wear masks.
Constitutional, and you are not obliged to wear a mask. Take the paper. This is against our constitutional rights, and to make you people wear masks all day long is criminal. It's criminal. Tell me that criminal.
What do you think is going to happen?
You know what? I think she's wrong because they're just trying to do their job. All they're doing is they work here and they're following what they're told what to do. And now she's fighting with them. They're just employees here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
They're just employees.
It's a whole commission.
Now, is it any wonder to anybody at all here, right, that South Africa does happen to have relatively high COVID rates per capita, right? I mean, like, y'all, listen, I understand. It's frustrating. It is. I get it. You don't always want to be up on this mask detail, okay? I get it. But I gotta say, and this is part of the issue. You're sitting there demanding your rights. It's unconstitutional. How's it unconstitutional to require you to wear a mask? You explain to me where in the Constitution of any country something like wearing a mask is unconstitutional. Explain. Explain how it's unconstitutional that me, as the owner of a private establishment, I am not allowed to make rules for my establishment. Explain to me how it is unconstitutional for me to make rules for you to use my establishment.
Well, I would explain to Karen that she's right, because since the customer's always right, she's right. You take your constitutional right and piece of paper outside of the store. And if you can purchase anything from the outside, you are welcome without a mask. Thank you, and get out my store. And there you go.
Which is what they're saying. But she won't leave.
She'll leave.
but sure, don't you hear? That's what happened. Is they told her you can't shop here. Like, if you're not going to put on a mask, you need to go. That's how this whole entire ordeal started. And they're trying to tell her, like, we don't care. Okay, fine, you're right, it's unconstitutional. But if you're not going to put on a mask, you need to go. But she's not going. She's following them around the store and trying to find the experts to wave the paper in their face. Like, what?
Where is security?
That's fact.
They're there. We're there. So where are they now? Where's security, everyone? I need security. Security.
Right?
Security.
Security. Char. Girl, all I gotta say, y'all heard, you people.
Mm-hmm.
All the typical Karen stuff. Y'all thought that was an American thing or an American Karen thing. It is an all Karen's thing. Okay? They're in South Africa. They are in South Africa. They're in Africa. Who's the predominant society in Africa? It's not her, but it doesn't matter. See, we've made the mistake of thinking that Karens, part of that entitlement they get is because they are predominant society. You're wrong. Right. It's not what it is. Okay, it's cultured into them that they are entitled to things. Okay, they're entitled to having their way, and everyone should cater to that. It is a cultured thing. It's not just because they are predominant society. It's not. And like, if y'all don't see right there, if that didn't prove it to you, trust me, I will find more Karens across the globe to prove this point.
Oh, we love Karens. We love the stories of Karens. Like I said, I had a theme tonight, so all the itches, just play them. It's all good. Yeah.
Crazies and itches. What could we do?
Well, we got a few minutes. I'll go on and throw out another one of them itches, and it happened to be a Karen, and
yes.
We'll check it out. See what we got here. Karen objects at son's wedding. Yes, of course she does.
Poor boy.
Take her baby.
You're not going to say my son has flaws.
You can leave.
No, I don't have to leave. That dress you're wearing, we paid for.
Let's calm down.
You're not going to ruin my day.
You are not going to say my son has flaws.
Wow.
Everybody has flaws, and that's why I love them. You can leave, Judy.
Like you don't have flaws.
You can leave.
You can get out of my wedding now.
I'm not leaving.
Yes,
that dress you're wearing, I paid for.
Let's quit this.
I'm not getting out. Try it, and I'll have you arrested.
Tony, get her out of here. This is not right.
Church, this is not. Let's respect the wedding.
I'm not leaving. You show respect. You let your daughter explode.
Let's just calm down. Let's say, hey, we don't need this.
This is fine.
We don't need this.
I don't want to hear any flaws about leaving. That dress you're wearing, I paid for.
Let's quit this.
I'm not getting out. Try it, and I'll have you.
That's Karen for you, I tell you. She just she doesn't stop. She does weddings, funerals, bar mitzvahs. She does it all.
That was good. That was good. That was a good line. No, and she's freaking out. She wanted to ruin this wedding. It had nothing to do with the vows, because to say, you've got flaws, and people write stuff in, like, that's literally the definition of marriage, is finding out who someone really is, including the worst of them, including their flaws, and also the best of them, and loving them, not despite, you know what I mean, but because, and that's what this woman said, right? So no, this had nothing to do with those words. She was looking for the first thing she could pounce on. Now, I will say kudos to that woman who stood up, but I'll tell you that should have happened way earlier.
Yeah.
At my mom's wedding, tell y'all a quick story time. I know we're gonna run like a couple minutes over as a result, but you have to hear the story time. So, at my mama's wedding, now, who was Karen in her family is her mother. Okay, her mother is extra sugar-free gum. She's just the most extra person on the planet. And my mom, basically my grandmother had commandeered my mom's whole wedding. Everything was on my grandmother to choose. Okay, so suddenly now my mom couldn't have the hairdresser she wants, and then this she wants, and then that she wants. But my mom gave in. She wanted to make her mom happy. She just wanted to have the day, right? Fine. So my grandmother's, basically, it's like a best friend of hers, came to do my mom's hair. And they had already discussed the style that they wanted. So while this woman's doing the hair, she's pinning it up, she's doing everything she's supposed to do. And then there's just kind of like, she had left the hair in front of my mom's face, just kind of sitting there. And my mom, who sounded almost like she had just seen a ghost, like the whole day, she just looked petrified. It was hilarious. But she just went very quietly. She said, "Hey, I'm sorry, Dee. I thought we were gonna do our drop curls here in front of my face. Yeah, could we do that?" That's all she said. That's all she said. This woman barely put a curl in front of her hair. She did it like stomping with the attitude stuff, put the curling iron down, and stomped out of my mom's room. My mom was getting ready for a wedding inside of her room in her house. And stomped down to my grandmother to go bitch and whine and moan and complain to her. And my grandmother came up the stairs, not to feel sorry for my mom or whatever, but to cuss her. How dare you talk to my friend that way? She barely got through the door with her little angry self. And my mom's best friend, y'all all know her as Diamond, physically removed her from the bedroom before she could even start the foolishness, and shut the door and put her finger in her face and said, "Not today, Sheila. Not today." Like, yeah, right? Not today, devil. Not today. Only she used my grandma's name. That's basically what she did, though. Put her on notice. You not today. I don't care what other foolishness you're gonna do, but you're not gonna do it in front of this woman's face. You're not doing it. No. So you turn out like she sunned her. You're gonna turn around and go sit down, woman. And she did too. She pulled all kinds of foolishness afterwards. She just disappeared, didn't take the photos, blah, 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 all kinds of stupidity, all because of her friend, right? But the point is you don't let Karens start popping off. You don't. As soon as they get 2 words out of their mouths, someone needs to be there to go physically remove this woman from the wedding. I don't care if it's your son's wedding. You don't care that it's your son's wedding. If that was me, that woman would have been gone, because I would have been in her face, nose to nose. You got 2 options. One of them is shutting the fuck up, excuse my French, and one of them is leaving with me right now. And trust me, the second one's not going to be optional unless you start doing number 1 immediately. So what's up?
Exactly.
What's up? No more of this entitled Karen foolishness where everything is about you. Like, oh my God, what a horrible woman. Horrible, horrible woman. I hope that man and his wife move across the planet and change their phone number. Horrible woman. Oh my God.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you guys for tuning in and watching us tonight with another article reaction episode. It was fun. It was always cool. Hope you enjoyed the theme tonight. And do check us out on Wednesday on Keep the Beat, y'all. We like to see you and hang out with us. It'll be nice. And until then, peace.
Cheers, y'all.